Who doesn't like a parade? It's your Maize and Blue review update for January the 12th. The Michigan football team's national championship will be honored tomorrow with a parade in the streets of Ann Arbor before a celebration at the Chrysler Center. Weather permitting, the championship parade begins at 4 and starts at the President's House, goes down State Street, and ends at the football building. BTN will televise the parade live tomorrow. I say pending the weather because we're supposed to be getting a lot of snow in Washtenaw County. So I would imagine that they would still have the parade, but you will want to be aware of that, and I'm sure everybody is. After the parade at 7 o'clock, the team will be honored in a celebration at Chrysler Center. Pending availability, tickets to the general public are on sale right now. The deadline for players to declare for the NFL draft is Monday. A pair of Wolverines declared for the draft yesterday. Those two are linebacker Junior Colson and guard Zach Zinner. Colson ranked as a top 3 linebacker by ESPN and a top 6 backer by Pro Football Focus. Zinner was considered a late first, second round type pick before his leg injury against Ohio State. Colson led the team in tackles this year and was quoted by ESPN saying, quote, "I feel like it's the right time and opportunity for a little kid from Haiti to go out." Zinner, a Michigan captain in 23, was also a unanimous All-American selection this past year. Colson and Zinner declare yesterday, and left tackle Ladarius Henderson declared for the NFL draft today. Henderson started 10 games at tackle this year for Michigan after transferring from Arizona State. The Michigan basketball team drops its 5th game in a row, losing by 7 last night at Maryland, 64-57. It's the second straight game in which Michigan led by double figures at the half, but went on to lose the game. Here's Michigan head coach Juwan Howard on the Defend the Block pod.
But there were a lot of defensive miscues where miscommunication or, close out too short or go under on the flare screen. Those are the mental mistakes that, they, of course, made us pay on.
That's Juwan Howard. U of M is now 6-10 on the year and 1-4 in conference play. Michigan hosts Ohio State at noon coming up on Monday for a MLK Day matinee. The Michigan football recruiting, the Wolverines signed 27 players in the early 24 signing period, and the 24 class is currently ranked 13th overall by Rivals.com. The Wolverines added a commitment to its 25 football class. 4-star tight end Eli Owens announced his intentions last week. He's from Alcoa, Tennessee. He has offers from Alabama, OSU, and Tennessee. Owens is the first tight end prospect commitment for the 25 class. U of M now with 4 verbals for 25. Owens, DN Bobby Kantka from Howell, Michigan, DB Chris Ewald Jr. from Florida, and Carter Smith out of Florida. Carter Smith, the QB commitment, he was named the 2023 Gatorade Player of the Year in Florida just last week. In the transfer portal, Michigan hosted former Northwestern defensive back Rod Hurd last week. Hurd this week committed to Notre Dame. Michigan also hosted a wide receiver, 6'4" wideout out of Wake Forest this past year, wideout Jamal Banks. That was last week. U of M has added a pair of players so far out of the portal, linebacker Ja'Shawn Barnum from Maryland and former Northwestern guard Josh Preeb. Michigan now with 6 players that have put their names in the portal, and they include most recently corner Amarian Walker and wide receiver Darius Clemens, punt returner Jake Thaw, running back CJ Stokes, defensive back Cameron Calhoun, and linebacker Joey Velasquez. Stokes, he lands with former Michigan analyst Biff Poggi down at Charlotte. That's the latest on Michigan. Stay tuned for Good Afternoon Michigan football at the top of the hour. And for the latest on U of M, Go to the MaizenBlueReview.com or